I think it's a really terrible dish.
If luxury is too cheesy, completely gooey, totally liquid, then that's what this is. But to be honest, this is a complete disaster.
Up until now, I've cooked quite a lot of Asian flavours. Hopefully today I can show them that I'm not a one-trick pony, it's not all I can do. These dishes are pretty much British as you can get. So I'm really looking forward to showing them something different. The title of the dish is Nanny Pickles lamb and greens. It's a loin of lamb with spring vegetables and a shepherd's pie on the side.
Nanny Pickles?
Yeah.
It's your second name Pickles?
No, it's peacock, but my son and my niece and nephew couldn't pronounce peacock, turned out to be pickles, and we've just run with it ever since. For dessert, I've got a honey and vanilla parfait with strawberries and crumble.
You really want this, Andy?
Yeah. I think the last couple of rounds have been a bit quiet, but today's the day.
So, the last rounds have been a bit quiet. What, was the animal coming out of you now, is it?
No, I've just got too much to do now, I think, so...
All right, get on with it.
Thank you, chef.
Nanny Pickles lamb loin. I quite like the title of that dish, but the bit I'm really looking forward to, Monica, is a shepherd's pie. I love shepherd's pie. Just got to get some big, bold flavours in there. You want it to be nice and rich and oozing lamb flavour. And then on top, you want a beautiful, creamy potato purée. That's what I look for in a good shepherd's pie.
So Andy's main dish, I think, sounds very attractive. This is basically lamb two ways.
If Nanny Pickles offered me a shepherd's pie with some peas, asparagus, baby gem and shallots, I'd be quite happy. I don't think I need a loin of lamb with it. I think she's slightly indecisive.
Shepherd's pie has to be really, really good, though. Really, really good.
Time to plate up?
Yep. Wish I could stop shaking.
All you got to do is dress the plates now.
It's the fun part. You need to enjoy it.
Come on. Good job, good job. How's the shepherd's pie?
They're good.
Ooh. Are we good to go?
Yes, chef.
Thanks, Andy.
Today's main course is Nanny Pickles lamb and greens, which is a loin of lamb with spring greens, pea purée and a shepherd's pie.
You know what I'm going to ask you, don't you?
Who's Nanny Pickles?
Who's Nanny Pickles?
It's my nan. When I was younger, I always used to go to her house. She'd ask what I would like, and it was always lamb and runner beans. Thank you.
I do think that it's a bit of a mismatch. So this is a lovely spring light-looking plateful, and then there's this big autumnal, very rich-looking thing. You know, I think we need to eat them together to see how it's going to work.
Shall we?
Let's do it.
All right. Doesn't work together.
I mean, there's lots of good cooking. That lovely sweet pea puree, the vegetables have really got crunch, the lamb is well cooked, but the problem comes with the fact that the shepherd's pie just doesn't match with it at all.
I mean, it's like serving a self-saucing chocolate fondant with, you know, treacle tart. Get rid of the lamb loin and replace it with the shepherd's pie, or vice versa. But both, you know, it's a waste of time doing that separate dish.
The shepherd's pie is not needed, but yet it's so good. That's such a shame, because this is supposed to be the side dish, yet that is better than the main plate itself. Oh dear.
It was tough. The time frame is so tough to get everything absolutely bang on, exactly how you want it. Overall, I'm relatively happy. If I had the energy, I'd probably smile.
I'm currently a sous chef in a restaurant in Noma in Northern Ireland. The thing that makes me a good chef is I'm hard-working. I like to have fun. You can't work in the kitchen if you can't have fun as well. As a chef, I believe in the classical techniques, cooking classic French dishes, but you can put your modern twist on it. And I love the industry, I love food. I'm passionate about food, about growing food, thinking food, dreaming food, eating food, tasting food. It's all I think. It's all I want to do.
Aaron, welcome to the kitchen. You look like you settled in really well. Look at a big smile on his face, Greg.
Thanks, Chef.
You all right?
Yeah, it's what we do for a living, so, you know, it shouldn't be any different. It's just a different environment.
Tell me what you're cooking for us today.
I got a nice lamb loin. Gonna do a lovely shepherd's pie on the side of that there. I know you'll like that. And with the lamb loin, I'm gonna do a potato rosti. We'll make a lovely pea puree.
Aaron, sorry, how old are you?
22.
That's young.
It's young.
You may not have the same experience as some of the others.
Yeah, but that's my advantage. I'm young, I know what's in, I know what's trendy, I'm more energetic. To me, that's an advantage.
So youth is your advantage?
Yeah, of course.
Good man. It's not your advantage, Greg.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
Well, if youth is an advantage...
We're both out of here. Aaron from Northern Ireland, what a character. Love the sound of his dish. Interesting, wrapping the lamb in potato. I hope the potato doesn't burn before the lamb's cooked. Plus also the resting. I hope the potato doesn't get soggy.
Aaron's making us a shepherd's pie. I love a good shepherd's pie.
You've got just 4 minutes. Come on, please. 4 minutes. Time's up. Stop. Catherine, stop.
22-year-old Aaron has made a lamb's loin wrapped in potato rosti with a pea puree, roasted carrots and asparagus. He served it with a shepherd's pie and red wine jus.
I would eat the lamb this pink. You know, you might have problems setting it into a restaurant, that pink.
Personally, I like my meat very on the rare side.
Did you seal the meat before you coated it?
No, didn't seal the meat.
You didn't seal the meat. To put potato around a piece of meat, you need to seal it, and then that keeps the potato crispy. The best thing about this dish for me, Aaron, is the shepherd's pie. What I like about it, you put the Worcester sauce in, it tastes of lamb, and I love the potato. Put it under the salamander, and you've got yourself a good little dish there.
You definitely can cook. There's skills here. I like the fact you tried to be different with the potatoes and show us another element.
Your food tastes good, but you've got to get the little bits absolutely right.
Yeah. I made a few schoolboy errors. Things weren't perfect. In the restaurant industry, that can be enough to send you home.
For today, I'm going to do a luxury fish pie with cod, smoked haddock, scallop, mussel and lobster. And my dessert today is going to be a lime tart topped with an Italian-style meringue.
How can you elevate this pie, fish pie, to the standards that the food critics are going to be looking for?
Hopefully, I'll be able to pull it off today. I think it can be quite a nice dish. It's got some lovely bits going into it. And I just hope if I do it well and do it right, hopefully I'll be OK and they should be happy with it.
Let's see if you can reach the heights you've reached before. Is he sure, Jonny? He's going for a semi-final and he's making a fish pie? Jonny, you got 2 minutes.
Thanks, Chef.
2 minutes. You right, Chef?
I think so. I don't want to, send it out mucky, you know?
No, that's cool. That's attention to detail that we want.
Well, I don't want to be too crushing about Jonny, but surely the words luxury fish pie should only be seen in a supermarket finest range, shouldn't they? It's not something we normally see on a menu.
I get the whiff of the amateur with the word luxury. I think that's for us to judge whether or not it's luxurious.
Where's your veg?
Just here.
Fine, I've got it. Well done, Jonny. Bit quicker, Jonny, they're waiting. I like that. Come on, mate.
OK, no accidents?
No.
Jonny's fish pie contains cod, haddock, scallop and lobster, and it's topped with nutmeg mash. He's served it with asparagus and wilted spinach.
It's a little bit wet in there, Chef. He's trying to keep the fish alive.
I'm not sure the critics are going to be impressed with this. I certainly not.
Well, this isn't really a very inviting-looking dish, is it?
The presentation of this dish is catastrophic. I mean, the contrast between this so-called luxury fish pie, which on the menu suggests an element of sophistication, and it's completely, totally unsophisticated.
I finally found a piece of lobster, and yes, the piece of lobster was actually overcooked and stringy. I think it's a really terrible dish.
If luxury is too cheesy, completely gooey, totally liquid, then that's what this is. But to be honest, this is a complete disaster.
For this classic recipe, I am cooking a petit pâté de porc des Cévennes. That is a pork pie with chestnuts and apple, served with a few salad leaves and a traditional English salad cream. And it's something that I simply adore cooking and eating. First job is to chop up the onions. It will cook quickly. And some garlic. It is important to sweat off the onion and the garlic and not to put it in raw to the mix. If you do, it's too harsh in time. It's cooked. I want it to cool down. It's not got any colour, and that's very important. Now for the mixture for the actual filling of this pork pie. There's some cooked ham, which is going to add that real pork flavour. Smoked bacon. Now this is the one we have to be very careful on, not too much. You just want a little hint of smokiness in there. And then raw shoulder, and that's going to give a little bit of fat. We need the combination of all three, and then we mince it down. And it smells lovely, it smells beautiful. To this, I add an egg and really mix it up together. The egg is going to hold it all together and bind this pie. Now's the time to add the sweated off onion, thyme and garlic. And it has to be cold when you mix it in. If you don't mix it in cold, the fat is going to melt and it's just not going to hold itself, it's not going to be nice. So now we can assemble the pie. Puff pastry. Pork pie isn't traditionally made with puff pastry, but these are no ordinary pork pies. Chestnuts go in whole because I want to see them when I cut into the pork pie. Then a little bit more meat. And finally, some apple. Then I fold the edges over. This is the ideal shape and size. Very important is to egg wash so that we get a lovely golden colour. And then decoration. This is the traditional way of decorating a pithivier, which is an almond cake in puff pastry. But I think it looks equally nice on a pork pie. Now, in the oven. To make the salad cream, it's sugar, mustard powder, malt vinegar, a little bit of salt, a bit of pepper, and cream. This is a long way away from the salad cream that you buy in a supermarket. That's looking lovely. Time to plate up. Salad cream. Then just a few drops on the leaves themselves. And there you have it, le petit pâté de porc des Cévennes. Oh, that is beautiful. A pork pie with chestnuts and apple, a few dressed leaves in a salad cream. This is a pork pie with style. But everything has to be executed perfectly for it to be a triumph. Welcome back. You've had your chance to cook for Monica, but I have yet to see you cook. Your chance to impress me. For my classic recipe, I want you to cook a petit pâté des Cévennes. I have given you a basic recipe, a list of ingredients, no more. You should be able to get your head around it. You have 1 hour to cook this great classic dish. Off you go.
I don't think I've shown the best of my abilities yet. Nerves have been really bad, to be honest. I think I've got to just really go at it now, and I'm just going to give it 100%.
Hi, Ollie.
Hi, Chef.
Pork pie. It's easy, isn't it?
It's been a long time, but yeah, I've made one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's your background, Ollie?
As soon as I left school, my dad had a pub. I kind of got thrown in the kitchen with my brother, sort of doing stuff like gammon and eggs, stuff like that, and then it developed from there, really. I'm now doing my own thing in a pub, sort of going for kind of high-end gastro food.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What position are you holding down?
Head chef.
Head chef?
Yeah.
Ambitious?
Really ambitious. Hopefully getting a few awards in the pub, a few rosettes maybe further down the line, you know.
Ollie, excellent. Thank you.
Cheers, thank you.
Ollie has rolled out the puff pastry very, very thick. That means that we're going to have a very soggy pastry. He's actually put some mustard powder in the pork pie filling when the mustard powder was for the salad cream. I think Ollie just needs to calm down and read the recipe properly. 20 minutes gone, guys.
I wouldn't say I've shown my full potential yet. I hope I'm showing Michelle what I'm capable of doing.
David, you classically trained?
I've done a couple of years in college, so yeah, I could say I'm classically trained.
And where are you working now?
I'm in Reading at the moment. It's a 1-star. It's fine dining.
So you're working at a Michelin-starred establishment?
Yep.
How did you come into this industry?
I wasn't doing that well in school. So I had a good relationship with one of my teachers. He asked me what I wanted to do. I said I enjoy cooking. I'd done the courses, and
brilliant.
Just from there, really enjoyed it.
That's fantastic. Fantastic that somebody could actually point you in the right direction.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I like that steely look that David has got. He's extremely calm and collected and focused. Just hope he can deliver a beautiful pork pie.
To cook for Michelle Roux Jr. is just amazing. Daunting as well. So today I've really got to make sure that I go in there and nail it, you know, to the best of my ability.
James, are you happy?
Yes, Chef, I am happy at the moment. Yeah.
So you understand the recipe?
Yes, yeah, I think so, yeah. I've done sort of like a petivier. I sort of
Petivier?
went down the line of like a pork pie petivier.
Petivier, It's a real French classic. Are you classically trained?
Yeah, college, when I was 16, did just under 3 years at college.
So that was only a few years ago?
Yeah, 24 years ago now, chef, so been in it a long time, yeah.
Yes. Why MasterChef?
Like I said, 41 now. Love a challenge. I'm competitive, so I really want to compete and give the young ones a bit of a run for the money, hopefully, as well. Try and keep up with them.
Well, I don't know about
beat them.
I don't know about keep up with them, yeah. I reckon we're the leaders of the pack, mate.
Yeah, sounds good to me, yeah.
Good. I've got very high expectations for James's pork pie. He's decorating that pie in exactly the same way that I did it. So I'm hoping it's going to look really good. Ooh.
I worked with the French cuisine for 2 or 3 years. So I think I can do well on the classic base.
Hi, Alini.
Hi, chef.
Where are you from?
I'm Brazilian.
Do you have pork pies in Brazil?
No, we don't.
No?
No.
You did look a little bit confused at first, and I've noticed you've made 3 pies.
To make sure one of them is going to be right one.
So you're going to pick the best one?
Yes, I will. Cheers.
I gave the chefs a little bowl to give them an idea of the shape I wanted this pork pie to be. So I just hope that she realises that and that she gives me the round one and not the sausage roll one. Three minutes. That's it. Finished. Time's up. For my classic recipe, I asked you to cook a petit pâté des Cévennes. The pork pie should be round and dome-like, beautifully scored. Should be crisp on the outside and lovely and cooked, but moist on the inside. First up, Ollie. Did you score this? Did you?
Yeah, we chef.
Because it doesn't look as if there's a nice pattern on the pie. I like the fact that you give me a few extra little garnishes, but visually, the pie should be the star. It should be beautifully decorated, which this is not. Puff pastry is cooked all the way through. It's lovely and crispy, the way it should be. I purposefully didn't give you chefs a recipe with the weights and measures. It was up to you as chefs to judge how much fat to use. You have not used quite enough. The filling is a bit dry. Your salad cream is lacking mustard. Salad cream should be quite pokey, quite strong. Not a bad effort though, Ollie, but room for improvement.
Sure.
It was a bit intimidating cooking for Michelle. I was pleased with what I put up, but I just need to make sure I get it spot on for this next round.
The pie is round, but it could be a little bit higher. I like the crimping on the edges, and it has got that little touch of elegance that I'm looking for. Looks good. I like it.
Thank you.
Puff pastry is golden, it's flaky, it's cooked all the way through. The stuffing is very moist, seasoning's good. Salad is lovely, and I like the addition of the little lardons and the chestnuts, and the salad cream is delicious. Bang on. You've got a bit of a smile on your face.
Yeah, I'm happy.
So you should be, David. Thank you.
Thank you. Getting praised by Michel, it was really good, mainly with the sour cream, because he said that's how he likes it. So, yeah, overall, yeah, really, really pleased.
I like your presentation, but there is one thing. It's not round.
I try to make different and...
Okay. You've decorated the little sausage roll, as I would say, with 3 little slashes, but it's not as elaborate or as fine as I would have liked. The presentation of the salad is really neat, and I like the fact that you've caramelised some apple as well as an added garnish, which wasn't asked for. The puff pastry is cooked all the way through. The actual stuffing itself, there's not enough of it. Could have had a bit more apple and a bit more chestnuts. The salad leaves are well seasoned, but your salad cream is not quite strong enough, not quite mustardy enough. I like the way you present your food, but it's not what I was looking for, in as much as it's the wrong shape.
Okay.
All is not lost, definitely.
Thank you. I wasn't perfect, but I'm pleased. I think I managed to cook better and show a bit more skills than those other 2 rounds.
First off, James, I saw you decorating the little pie earlier on, and it brought a smile to my face because it was scored like a pétivier. But the mistake you made was that you scored your pie and then egg washed. Hence, we can't see it. Such a shame.
Yeah.
The pastry is brown, cooked all the way through. The filling inside is moist. It has the right amount of apple and chestnut and the right amount of the smoked ham as well. So the balance of flavour, texture is just right. Really enjoy that. Very, very nice. You've added little lardons, little pieces of chestnut and apple to the salad, which is a welcome addition. The salad cream is the right consistency, but it's lacking in oomph. It's lacking in fiery mustard flavour and acidity and sweetness. Bit of a mixed plate here, some highs and lows. Good. Thank you, James.
Thanks, Chef. I had great comments about the pie. He said it was pretty, almost perfect bar the scoring. So, yeah, really pleased with the way it went.
This is the reinvention test. We want you to reinvent a British classic, the steak and kidney pie.
We all know what a steak and kidney pie is. Show us something we've not seen before. At the end of this, 3 of you are going to be leaving the competition. It's going to have to be good. You're going to have 10 minutes to plan your dish. Off you go.
Reinvented, but it's got to be better. So that's where the difficult part lies.
I haven't cooked it a lot, not for a number of years. Just see what happens.
I'm not a big fan of kidney, but I like pie, so hopefully it works in that favour.
Okay, chefs, your 10 minutes are now up. Your 90 minutes start now. Good luck. Off you go. Don't want them to stray too far away from the main idea. I still want to taste those flavours of the steak, the kidney, beer, pastry, and a really good strong sauce.
I know that technically I can cook, so that gives me a solid ground to be able to be slightly more experimental. The idea is to stay calm, just relax, embrace what we're going through.
This is a test of thinking on your feet.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
It's not a million miles away from how I plan my menus at work anyway. Not that I like to deconstruct or pull apart dishes, I just like to think, reimagine them. One of the things that we look at work is a theme called playful authenticity. So something that somebody would identify with, but when it comes to them on the plate, they're a little bit surprised. So this is actually quite a good challenge.
Wayne is not going to braise the steak, he's actually going to cook it very quickly and serve it very rare. He's taking the kidney and he's going to braise it lightly in some beer. And he's also using bone marrow and he's going to cook some puff pastry.
My concern is the sauce here. He's using the braising liquid from the kidney. Now, you're not going to cook that kidney for very long, so it's not going to have much of a meaty flavour. I don't feel it's got enough oomph.
I normally kind of turn it on for the competition. When you get the brief, then it's time to try and think of something that's going to be tasty and appeal to the judges. I have black spots where nothing actually happens. Hopefully I don't have a black spot today.
Andy.
Hello there.
So?
Not a lot going on. I'm just waiting for the main part. Just waiting for the whole ox cheek in there. With beer and vegetables, thyme, garlic. It's just my crux of my dish. I'm waiting that to be really tender. I hope it's going to be done in time. And the sauce is from that. I've just got a simple few garnishes and some sauté kidneys.
Where does the pastry come onto the plate then?
I'm not quite sure. I think because it's a steak and kidney pie, it has to be pastry somewhere. So I think just to be on there somewhere.
It's all about the cooking of the ox cheek for Andy. He wants to cook it down enough within a time. He says he's going to roll it up to make a cylinder, which sounds fine, but in doing that, you don't want to dry it out. Hope he's going to have a lot of that wonderful cooking liquor to sauce over it, to bring it back into the wonderful juicy state this meat deserves.
Andrew's dish is steak and kidney pie two ways. We're going to have some of his dish served in a little pot and then some seared bavette and seared kidney on the side with some horseradish pomme puree. This is a chef that reinvented a classic Black Forest gâteau. A reinvention of a steak and kidney pie. If it's as good as his gâteau, then we're going to be in for a really, really good dish.
Andrew, how are you?
A little bit nervous still, but I like taking the classicals and then turn them into the modern, same as I did with my dessert. So let's work on that and see how that kind of goes. I haven't had time to practice this one, so it's a little bit more harder to kind of get that balance of what I need. There's a lot of pressure now. I've got to make sure that my savoury is as good as my dessert. I don't want to just be a one-dish wonder.
OK, chefs, you're now halfway.
Cooking and creativity come quite naturally to me. Sometimes I don't think I'm necessarily being particularly creative, but other chefs kind of go, oh, wow. It just seems to come naturally. I don't really plan dishes. They just seem to sort of happen.
Max is deconstructing the pie. He's going to take that pastry case and serve it on the base of the dish. The steak and the kidney, he's searing them quickly and then serving that on top of the pastry. I hope the essence of the steak and kidney pie has not been lost in the deconstructing of it.
When you're not braising a dish, how are you going to get a big flavoured sauce that we so recognise with a pie?
We'll have to see, won't we?
Well, is that a secret, or you've not thought about it yet?
No. I've got the sauce on, and then it's just a case of sort of tweaking it as I go.
OK.
So, obviously, because without the braising, you don't get that heavy sauce, so I'm just going to have to...
But so why not braise, then?
Because that was the whole point of the dish, was to turn it on its head. So it's the complete opposite of how you would make a steak and kidney pie.
I've taken away from when I've put my signatures for them is less of style over substance. I tried to overcomplicate it. What I need to do is strip it back a little bit, keep it a little bit more simple. I think that reinventing something doesn't mean you need to change what it is.
So we've asked you to do a reinvention of steak kidney pie, and you're not going to do it?
I think a steak and kidney pie should be a steak and kidney pie. I'm doing a pie, but I like a kidney pink. You don't get that with a pie.
True.
I think that's quite a nice element to add to it.
He wants to stick to the tradition of a pie. This pie, however, has got to be the best steak pie that we've ever had.
He's got some beautiful roasted carrots, and he's also got some horseradish chips that he's going to put with it.
I had great feedback on my signature dish, so hopefully I can repeat that success. I do quite a bit of development, so I'm just given words on a piece of paper and have to develop the dish from scratch. So hopefully I can use those skills and create a great dish.
Simon, do you like a steak and kidney pie?
Yeah, I do, but I don't eat them that often, so they're not good for the waistline. But yeah, I do like a steak and kidney pie.
How are you going to reinvent this?
I'm doing like a ox cheek pie with kidney and stilton and mushrooms in a little ramekin pot. I'm still working in my head, but hopefully I shall give you a good dish when we get to plating up.
I think Simon's inventing this dish as he goes along. He didn't seem 100% sure. That slightly concerns me.
But I love to be surprised, and I hope Simon's got something up his sleeve that we've not seen before.
30 minutes for your reinvention of steak and kidney pie.
I think I'm very creative as a chef. I remember notoriously at college I was always known for being the person that overcomplicated everything. So if someone else has done something, then I want to do it my way and try and do it a bit better. I thought, well, what else is similar to a pie? I love a dessert, so I'm going to try and create a steak and kidney millefeuille aspect. Try.
Delicious.
It sounds very creative. A classic French millefeuille, which is cooked puff pastry layered up with crème pâtissier. So you're taking away the sweetness and the custard, and you're going to be filling it with your steak and your kidney.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Thank you.
Very creative.
Thanks very much.
I really love the sound of Zoe's dish. She's also made some little fondant potatoes and a bacon jam that she's making from the oxtail. So you've got a big, sticky sauce added to that beautiful looking beef that she's got on the bench. Out of all the dishes in the kitchen, this is the one dish I can picture in my head. I love the sound of it.
Chefs, you've got 7 minutes left.
You gotta start plating up your food. That's it, time's up. Stop cooking.
First up is Adam, who's made a traditional steak pie. Alongside pan-fried kidneys, pom puree, horseradish crisps, carrots, and a beer sauce.
Adam, are you happy with this dish?
No.
What's wrong?
I think the pastry could be cooked a little bit more, and I had a nutmeg and add the case.
OK. The meat and the kidney is a little bit on the underside for me personally. You know yourself, the pastry's not cooked. Having said that, though, I like the flavour that you've made inside. It's quite intriguing. There's a bitterness going on there, and I think it's your sauce, beer, that you've used, and it's just about getting away with it with the pastry.
I wanted you to give me the best damn pie you'd ever made, Adam, because you love pies. For me, I'm disappointed because I know how great this dish would have been if you had got that right.
I should have put my pie in sooner. If that pie was cooked, then maybe I could have done enough.
Max has served seared bavette steak on top of a disc of pastry, with pan-fried kidneys, pomme purée, Swiss chard, girolles, carrots, and a red wine and beer sauce.
Please tell me you like it.
I think the dish tastes great. I think the beef is beautifully cooked. The pomme purée cuts through the bitter tinge that's on the back of that sauce because you've used a beer. I love the vegetable garnishes. The kidney's beautifully cooked. But when you poured that whole jug of sauce on there, that said pie to me. Max's way. Well done. Good job. I really like that dish a lot.
Thank you very much.
So you've plated it in a way you wouldn't recognise a steak and kidney pie, but it has to capture that memory of when you eat that dish, and I think you've done that. I think it was very well done.
Thank you very much. That's what dreams are made of, when you have two chefs at that level telling you everything was good, everything was perfect. Yeah, that's amazing, brilliant.
Andrew's made steak and kidney pie, along with pan-fried steak and kidney, together with horseradish mash, pickled chard, carrots, charred shallots, and a sauce made with blackberries and red currants.
The pie is dry and it's undercooked a bit on the base of the pastry. The carrots and some of the veg is undercooked. I had hoped there was more sauce there. I went looking for more sauce to pour into the pie. I think that would have helped it a lot.
You've added the blackberries and red currants into the sauce. You've balanced it out beautifully well. I just wish you'd have put it inside that pie and made the filling taste better than it does.
Pretty down, not gonna lie. Too many complications going with what I was trying to do. Just didn't really work.
Wayne's dish is roasted bone marrow with seared bavette steak, braised kidney, puff pastry shards, shallots, roasted artichokes, chard, and a braised kidney and beer sauce.
I like the idea of the dish. I like the bone marrow, the bavette. You've cooked the kidney very well, and you've got a little bit of chard on the plate there. You've also got some artichoke as well, the Jerusalem artichoke. But the thing that hits me more than anything is the bitterness in your sauce.
Possibly the beer. It's been over-reduced a touch.
I love bone marrow, and it brings a different element to the dish. When you eat that together, the marrow, the steak, and the kidneys, for me, are wonderful. It's just a shame about that sauce.
Thank you. Silly mistakes that I shouldn't make. Let's just hope somebody else has made bigger mistakes, otherwise I'll be going home.
Andi formed a cylinder with his braised ox cheek and topped it with puff pastry, served with sautéed kidneys, cocotte potatoes, bacon girolles, shallots, and a red wine and beer sauce.
Okay.
I can't eat that. It's not nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
The cartilage of the cheek, which is super tough, it has to be removed, especially if you pick through the meat. you find them and you know we have to leave those bits out. They never break down. The kidneys are so undercooked. It's not nice. It's not, Andi, I can't eat that. And I love kidneys.
You've got a nice sauce. You've used a cooking liquid, which is what we want. You've made it really moorish, and that's sort of the flavour that you get with a good pie. But that's about it, Andi, unfortunately.
So,
and I think you know that.
Yeah. I should have looked more closely and tasted more of the meat. Yeah, no. Bad mistakes, but you have to live with them.
Zoe's reinvention is steak and kidney mille feuille. Served with fondant potatoes, carrots, shallots, rainbow chard, and a bacon jam.
This dish is crying out for a sauce, screaming for a sauce. It needs it. And secondly, your beef's not cooked. It's not braised enough. It's just a little bit on the chewy side. I like the idea though, Zoe. Fabulous little garnish to go on the side, a bit more cookery and a big sauce, and you would have absolutely probably nailed the brief.
What I really like about this is your bacon jam. That, because it's sat on the pastry for a bit. You know when you get the bottom bit of the pie and then the pastry, that the liquid sort of soaked through it? I love the bacon jam.
Could have been worse, but not great. As soon as I plated it up, I knew that there should have been a sauce at the side, so yeah, all very valid comments.
Last up is Simon, who's filled his pastry-topped pot with braised ox cheek, Stilton and chanterelles, alongside bone marrow with parsley, baby carrots, celeriac purée, and an ox cheek beer sauce.
The actual little pot here, for me, is quite a treasure. I'm finding little bits of mushroom in there, and then I've got a bit of the kidney coming through, and the pastry is still lovely and light on top. And then I took some of that marrow and ate it with the rest of this. It's quite indulgent. I've really enjoyed this. I really have.
You've over-delivered on the idea, and you've really taken the steak and kidney pie to new heights. Just fabulous combinations. Good job, you.
Thank you. Can't quite believe it that it went so well. Feels fantastic. Best news ever.